what if you and I go through the Naruto you and I go through the Naruto story together, 1 through 4, in preparation for connections.
I guess I could play that game once again. Currently recreating my pony again, since I don't know how to reselect my character, but it's not that hard to be able to do that.
That's the thing with the whole like gaming thumbnails and stuff that I've seen. Like, how do people do like the whole like diagonal bars kind of thing? Like is that like a template or what? Because I never figured out how to do stuff like that on Photoshop yet.
What does it mean by mare detected? Do you wish to overwrite? Huh. Hmm.
That's the one thing I haven't figured out on in Photoshop on how to make those like diagonal
You mean what
trying.
I have been shown to do a lot in my
Yeah,
videos?
and what many people have been able to do on stuff like that, like how the heck do you do those kinds of things? Like, there's got to be templates out there for stuff like that, right? There's got to be pre-made templates out there for stuff like that.
I don't know really.
I need to get back on doing. I need to get back to doing stuff on my own channel. I haven't done anything in a while. I mean, it's also been a while since you and I actually did like a legit recording together. So
And now I'm basically playing it on my PC now. I'm playing marequest on my channel currently. Just started it over since. So
I should.
what I
Yeah.
wonder, what are you expecting when it comes to Naruto Ninja Storm connections, though? Like, what are you expecting when it comes to that game? Since mainly it's just a retelling of the past Ninja Storm games.
No, from what I've heard and what I've seen so far is that the story is all in one. It's like an all in one story. So you're basically going through the entirety of the story, which is fine with new graphics and all that. But the gameplay aspects of what I heard is that there's room for new combos, and for when people are like actually on the ground, you could still combo people who are on the ground and stuff like that. And the fact that there's new mechanics, and the fact that like you know there's like chakra autofill and um and a bunch of other stuff. Like, it's
Which I know that that Ashra and Indra will be playable in the game, from what I've heard.
Yes, the two beings who are technically, Naruto and Sasuke, will actually be playable characters as well. So that's gonna be really fun. Um, I'm just excited for the gameplay and the new mechanic changes and stuff. Seeing how different it's gonna be from the past Storm games, like because from the sounds of it, it looks like they're just combining like a bunch of mechanics from like the past games, but they're improving on some of them and adding something new to them. But the thing is, like,
I do wonder, Mecca. There is something that I am curious about.
yeah,
What is your opinion on what do you exactly think of Baruto? Like, what do you think of the sequel series to Naruto? Boruto.
I haven't
Like,
seen much of Boruto though, but I have. It's been a while since I've seen the movie, but I have. The thing is, like, I think I think Boruto's pretty okay. Yeah,
because from I know that a lot of the fans of that of Naruto didn't really take kindly to that show really compared to the
at
original.
at first, I think Boruto really grew on people as time went on because right now, there's this whole new Boruto thing that's going on right now. I think with the manga and stuff like that right now that
Is
people are
there a
hyped
reason
about.
why they didn't take a liking to that show at first?
Yeah, a lot of people didn't like it at first.
Catch up breath, the adventurer. And then there's Burnt Balloons, the witch. I could tell that these names are just randomized. Whoa, whoa, why am I inside a portrait? Oh, don't worry about that. This is just a traveling view. The what now? Just love it that, aren't they essentially, isn't the character that I'm playing as just basically breaking the fourth wall there, basically?
I don't know because I do not see your screen.
I'm currently streaming it on YouTube, so you can easily just go on my YouTube channel and watch it as I play it. Since I'm currently streaming on YouTube.
Well, yeah, I can't really be both on here and YouTube to watch it. It'll be most likely like double hearing yourself.
Yeah, good point. Though you could just turn the sound off. That's one thing you could do. That way you can still look at the words and everything and all of that and be able to kind of react to it. Gonna see if I have the sound turned off or something since I. Oh, there we go. Ooh.
Oh, they couldn't hear the game? Yeah, if I was legit gonna be able to play this game, I would literally have to have someone read the messages off to me.
basically. So green apples are essentially what's gonna heal you. Reason why you need healing is at times you'll be attacked by enemies in this game. Known as shadow horses. That's essentially how this game works. And to get apples and stuff, you have to forage for food in the game.
I mean, there's a lot of games out there that do that where you need food to survive.
Just making sure that you at least know some about how the game works at least. Since I got it like I think yesterday or the day before, and I've been playing it ever since.
Apparently, this game has been out for quite some time.
The reason I only got it more recently is one of my lovers gifted it to me.
This game has been out for a while. I mean, it's only been out for like a couple days. So it's literally like only a couple days old.
That means essentially I got it very early into the thing. So I'm technically the first person to play this game. That's a first for me, honestly. Since in the past I never got a game close to launch. Then again, the game is very cheap, like $4.
I mean, I believe it was on sale when it first came out. Yeah, you can literally get the game for like less than $5.
Yep. But yeah, I actually got this game close to launch. Basically, as long as you forage for food a decent amount and make sure to be stocked up on green apples and red apples, this game actually gets pretty easy as long as you know what you're doing. Already got through the first area already. Nice.
I'm assuming this game isn't a very long game.
It isn't. It's like if you actually know what you're doing, you can finish it in 2 hours. But what matters is this game is at least very fun to play. It's very story driven.
I've noticed that with a lot of games nowadays is that, like, literally, if you think about it, even though games take a long time to make, and even though it would take games sometimes over a year or so or more, they would literally take like maybe only 2 or 3 hours of your time if you just played it all at once, rather than just in a course of like a few, here and there.
Just had my first encounter with a shadow horse, and basically one of the But yeah, honestly, this is pretty much the one of the few RPGs lately that I've actually really enjoyed.
One of the ponies' names is literally
Normally,
called Ketchup
normally
Bread.
when it comes to good RPGs, I think of either the Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm games, or I think of the Pokemon Mystery Dungeon games. Those are the two RPGs that I mainly think of when when someone talks about a good RPG. This is the one of the few good RPGs in my opinion.
There's literally a character called Ketchup Bread. That is funny. But like I'm assuming if you play this for yourself, the experience is pretty much the same, or does it differ?
Basically, the names are shows at random, and there are different endings to the game, depending on the choices. There's a good ending, there's a bad ending, and there's a neutral ending.
Huh. So kind of like
Which,
Undertale.
if you look at my earlier playthrough earlier today, where I played the later half, if you get the good ending, you end up essentially saving every pony, and you and the two other ponies that you adventure with end up becoming allophonies. If you get the good ending. I don't really know what happens in the bad ending or the neutral ending. That's something I have yet to see.
Kind of interesting that the names are randomized.
Earlier, and this is kind of, but kind of feels, at least feels like it's kind of might subtly be a reference towards MyOC's name, but in the earlier playthrough that I did, MyOC was literal, the character that I was playing as, their name literally turned out to be Sweetie Hooves. Not joking. The reason why I say it's a reference is the fact that it has hooves at the end. Not joking, earlier, if you look at the earlier playthrough, that's literally the name I did.
I mean, it's just like just because you have the name Hooves doesn't mean it could be a reference. I mean, it
You
could
do
literally
have
be.
a good point there. I'm just saying that kind of was surprised that that's the name that it gave
Because like here's the thing though, we have Doctor Hooves, but his last name is spelled with a W. But that's supposed to be a play on Doctor Who. It's not really supposed to mean anything.
You do have a point. Heck,
I mean, if you think about it, you know, um, if you want to take accountability for Derpy's like original name, her original name was Ditsy Doo. She didn't have hooves in her name whatsoever.
but they ended up changing it due to the fans. essentially.
Yeah, but the character Dinky still has the last name Do. So Dinky Do.
True. And here's the part where I'm probably gonna have my first encounter with the shadow. Trying to be on my guard and be ready. Since it's normally during the night portion that I start running into
So is this literally all it is? Is literally just this mini game and dialogue?
mainly that and mostly just, mainly all you need to do is essentially just make sure that you collect all the provisions and stuff that you need and make sure that you just know what you're doing. Then again, this was made by one company. There wasn't a big team involved in this. All of marequest's games were literally made by one person.
How does one person make all this?
And here's the start of the snow portion of it, which is obviously my favorite part since I really love the music for this portion. It's so damn catchy. You can hear what I'm talking about, right? Are you watching it?
Yeah.
Which I actually have the soundtrack. That's how much I love this game. Which, honestly, I try to collect as much stuff as I can since if I'm not careful, if I run into more shadow horses without collecting plenty of food to heal myself, I can easily get my butt kicked if I'm not careful. Since
So there,
mainly,
so there is actually fighting in here.
yep, that and there's also choices too. Like for instance, instead of you being able to help both ponies that you're traveling with, you have to choose between them, from what I'm saying. So this game also has the concept of choice. You can basically essentially choose what ending you get, depending on the choices that you make throughout the game.
So this game does have replay value, just
Yep.
just not that much replay value once you've gotten all the endings.
It is the reason why it does have replay value is it's extremely fun. And here's my first encounter with the shadow horses.
What is this, Plants vs Zombies?
Not game actually gets at least decently easy once you know what you're doing.
So you actually need food to fight them off.
Essentially.
And all
Because
you can
food
do,
is the way you'll be able to heal yourself.
so all you can do is collect 10 sugar cubes, 10 green apples, and 10 red apples.
Yep.
You can't collect anything more than that, apparently.
Well, it might have an update later at one point. Who knows?
Well, the game did just come out a couple days ago, so it'll probably be a while before any updates is a thing.
Which I would like it if there was. In fact, if there was a whole string of these games, I would actually play them. Like, legit, I would actually play all these games. If there were more games that got created. Since I actually have a lot of fun with this thing.
I mean,
Yes. Isn't that really a game for the most part? But honestly, a lot of my favorite games aren't too big. I mean, think of the Pokemon Mystery Dungeon system. The games aren't too big once you actually really know what you're doing. The games can actually be pretty short, or at least one of the DS games. But yeah, honestly, I would like more games
I mean, have you played the original marequest?
Not really, I've only played this one. But I
mean, you
guess I
should-
could try to play the older one at one point too.
I mean, the old one is free. Like, the first one is free. So,
And here's another encounter with the shadow horses.
so the sugar cubes are your attack, and the apples are your heals.
Actually, the apples are essentially, the green apples essentially make it to where you can keep proceeding. Without green apples, you can't really proceed to the next area. From what I've seen. Though the red apples basically essentially heal you. Currently gathering up some apples, though, so I can heal one of the characters. Since one of the.
So you'll.
Am I right that that's a good idea to heal up one of the others?
Yeah. So essentially, you'll keep forging until your inventory's full and everybody's full on health.
Yep. Because if I don't keep myself myself packed on red apples and green apples, and maybe some sugar cubes, I can easily lose.
So it's kind of like, Pokemon. Like, you definitely want to heal up your Pokemon and stuff like that before you go into a Pokemon battle and stuff. Because if you don't, your Pokemon's most likely going to faint.
Yep.
So
And now that you bring up Pokemon, one thing I've noticed in a way that's kind of similar is the fact that the main character essentially has amnesia. Essentially. Did you notice that?
I mean, I read this summary about this game that the one of the characters has amnesia or something.
It's the main character, the character that you literally play as.
You know, like there's only a few games where I'm okay with RPGs. Like I'm okay with Pokemon. You know, because that's okay. That's a game that I could just focus on with my own, with my own face and all that. But other games I can't really do that well with RPGs. I mean, the only RPG that I've ever played that wasn't Pokemon was literally Dragon Ball Z Kakarot.
I wonder, what do you think of the game so far from what you see?
I mean, it looks pretty good from a visual standpoint. I like the art. I just think it would be beneficial if like there was some way to increase the text size or ever get like an update to where there's voice acting at some point.
Hmm. Again, either way, I really do enjoy what I see so far, in accordance to just how the game is.
Kind of ironic that the trio is literally a Earth Pony, Unicorn, and Pegasus.
Which, honestly, I do wonder though. What do you think of the story so far?
I don't know anything about the story because I can't really read the dialogue.
Essentially, like you said, the character has amnesia and they are basically trying to find a way to find out who they are, essentially. And they end up going to their mission and they find out that the world has been overrun by shadow races.
Now, there's something I gotta ask. Is there no males in this universe?
I don't. As far as I know, there hasn't appeared to be any, but who knows? There might be. This is only really the second game.
I mean, unless are any of the shadow horses male or female?
Honestly, I don't really know that either. They could be either.
Because I know the game is called marequest, but that makes me wonder if this entire universe has no males whatsoever. It's like, imagine living in a universe where there's no males whatsoever.
That would be weird, honestly. Though, scientifically, there would have to be males in the universe somehow. At least there would be. I mean,
I
if there
mean,
wasn't,
I mean,
technically it wouldn't work since, you know,
I mean, yeah. If you want to scientifically think about it, either way, if there was a universe where it was nothing but females, or a universe with nothing but males, I don't think either universe will last for very long because there would be no way to repopulate at all. So essentially, both universes where one universe is nothing but males and one universe is nothing but females, both of them would die out pretty fast because both sides don't have ways of repopulating the world or repopulating the universe. And it actually tells you how many enemies there are in each section. Oh, that's cool. They got different facial expressions depending on like their health, which is interesting.
That or their mood. Their mood kind of determines their facial expressions too. Like if they're upset, they will look upset.
But the thing is, like, I'm pretty sure you could tell from this kind of point in the game, like most of all these colors are literally nothing but solids. Like, there's barely any shading for like in-depth detail. Like, I don't think I've ever seen like a singular shade for an in-depth detail. Everything looks like nothing but solid colors. You know what I mean?
I understand what you mean.
I mean, the art's good nonetheless. It's just that like it would definitely look fitting if some things were shaded. You know what I mean?
I understand what you mean.
You know, trying to make the environment around you and the characters like pop out and stand out. Try to give the environment, the background, the characters like a little bit more depth to them. You know what I mean?
What do you think, though, about the fact that how the game's healing mechanics and stuff work?
I mean, it's a pretty interesting mechanic. I mean, the fact that the apples heal you and the sugar cubes like refill like what your special attack or your magic or something. Like, what did the sugar cubes do essentially? Like, did they like refill like special attack mana or what did they do essentially? Like, do they refuel like a certain gauge or what do they do?
Honestly, I'm glad that it's the daytime again, since, not ready for any shadow horses.
Like, do you know what the sugar cubes do when you give them to one of the characters?
They refill the thing that allows my the characters I'm using to use attacks and stuff. That's basically the purpose of it.
What is the blue bar for?
I don't know
It looks like there's like another bar for like what is that? That looks like what does the vent thing do? Like is that a vent or is that a text box? I can't really tell. Like they have like a certain box. They have like a question mark. One had something that looks like a text box, and the other one had something else. Oh, and I see like they have like the little letters like stating like what their race is. P for Pegasus, E for Earth Pony, and U for Unicorn. Yeah, yeah. What is the thing underneath the apple? Like what is that? What does that do? The thing underneath the apple spot. Like what does that do? Yeah, yeah. What's the thing underneath the sugar cube and apple do?
I don't know really.
Because it looks like you can click on it, but I'm not sure what it does. And for whatever reason, the Earth Pony and the Unicorn are the only ones that have 3 bars. The Pegasus seems to have only 2. Oh wow. Okay.
At least I managed to survive that
You're entirely almost out of red apples and sugar cube. Well, you're out of sugar cubes, but you're almost out of red apples.
That's why I'm gonna make sure that I stock back up on
I mean, the fact that it's only 10 each. I mean, that's not a lot. Mr. Red Apple. This is not good. You don't have very many sugar cubes, green apples, and red apples. Did your entire team die? Oh, almost. Almost the entire team already died. Oh no, that's bad. I think it's over, Derpy. I think it's over, Derpy.
shadow from his way, so as long as I avoid them, I won't be completely just KO'd. Even though the rest of my team
And you're all out of energy to attack. You definitely did not get a good forge. That's for sure.
well, that's because of in the area that I am, I'm very low on resources.
This is really bad.
It's daytime, so I might be able to get my team healed back up.
Not with the forge not lasting that long. literally no red apples. Oh, that's bad. So you have no sugar cubes and you have no red apples. You can't even attack except with the Pegasus one.
Well, I did end up getting my butt kicked.
Oh, so then after that, your whole team is revived. Does it put you like way back at the beginning of this level?
Yeah, basically.
So it doesn't help that this level barely gives you any food to forge. So it makes it even harder. So that means you would have to like basically stock on resources and try to be careful on what resources you use and what resources you don't. So so definitely you're gonna have to make a sacrifice. Like essentially, you're gonna have to make a sacrifice to like if you want one or both of your characters to actually die and let one live, so that way you can get enough inventory to fill back up. So you're gonna have to make sacrifices to where you know you know. Okay, this is really bad. I wouldn't focus on the green apples. Just get the red apples and the sugar cubes. You got plenty of green apples. The thing is, like, what do the green apples do?
They help you progress. Yeah, that's literally the whole purpose of having green apples.
Well, you're full on green apples. You need more of the red apples and sugar cubes. And if you don't get more of those, that's going to be really, really bad.
That's why I'm trying to get plenty of sugar cubes. Because one thing that can definitely help with getting it to where I can get more resources, I need to get it to where I get more, get the others to where they have more, to where they have more energy. That also kind of helps.
Well, from here, what you're going to have to do is that you're going to have to make sacrifices to those resources. So you might actually have to sacrifice a character or two just to make ends meet with those resources. Yep. So if it gets down to it, you're probably gonna have to sacrifice a character or two. Just to refill up on those resources. Yep, there goes one of your characters.
But yeah, essentially, the main two that are necessary in order to progress are the red apples and the sugar
So essentially, what you're gonna have to do is that you're gonna have to sacrifice one of your characters being dead so you can refill up on resources because I wouldn't really waste your app. I really wouldn't waste your apples on reviving one of your teammates because you badly need resources. Because if you use the apples now, you're you're most likely not gonna get any more red apples for a while.
Heck, honestly, from what I'm
So you're
seeing, I need to max out on, max out the sugar cubes. That's what I can pretty much get. I need to get as many sugar cubes as I can possibly get.
thing is like as long as you have one. The thing is like as long as you have one or two characters on your team, or at least just one, you should be fine. But it's mainly the resources that you need the most. I mean, okay, that's bad. You don't have any sugar cubes. So yeah. I mean, it's sad that you have to sacrifice one of your characters, but that's how. Okay, that's really, really bad. Both of your characters are down now, and one of your characters barely has any health. Why would you put your character there?
Well, I was trying to leave them out of the way, actually. That's what I was trying to do. I was trying to get it to where I at least have one character who's not gonna be affected. But I failed. Now I see what's made me kind of bad about the battles I keep doing.
I wouldn't keep giving them sugar cubes.
Well, from
That's
what
how
I'm
you're running
seeing,
out.
if they have plenty of sugar cubes, it's gonna help with getting more resources. That's what I'm basically kind of going for, trying to get more resources.
Well, either way, in order to build up more resources, you're probably just most likely gonna have to let one of your characters times, regardless. I don't think they're making this out with all three of them alive.
Didn't know you could do that.
What?
I just now essentially I didn't know that I could use some green apples just to skip the battle.
Wait, you can do that?
Apparently,
And it looks like you need 4 green apples in order to skip the battle.
I wonder though, what do you think of the music so far?
The music's the music's all right. They're not getting many resources here either. Is that how like the game progresses to get harder? Is that there's less and less resources to forge?
I guess.
I like that you could swap characters into a different position. Like each character is not grounded to a certain section. They can all be swapped or they can all move places. Oh, look at that. There's more resources this time. There's more than just three this time. From what I'm seeing, there's definitely more than three now. Look at that.
And my favorite theme is playing. Do you hear what I'm talking about?
I mean, I hear it, yeah.
And all three characters basically have 6 shadow ponies
Hey, 666. That must be very rare for you to get the number 666 in a game like this. If it gets hard, you can. I'm pretty sure you can just skip the battle with 4 green apples. mystical poem. The only way I would ever play this game for myself on my own channel is if I can have someone actually read the dialogue out to me. That'd be the only way I play this game. One of your characters really can't attack, so I would just sacrifice it to the ones that have the most characters that can't. Um, this is looking really bad for you right now. You either need to heal up your teammates or skip the next battle.
I'm gonna skip the next battle.
Because you're definitely not making it alive with those two so low on health. Why does it take a long time for the battle to be skipped?
I don't know.
You're definitely gonna need to heal your teammates. You can always get more red apples. But you definitely want to, heal your teammates. So look at that, you're getting more red apples, but you're full on red apples. So you should really heal your teammates.
Did you notice that I'm able to get more red apples?
Yeah. I think you need about 3 more apples to heal your other team. Maybe not after this battle, though. After this battle, you're probably gonna need a couple of apples, depending on how much damage she takes. That was a lot of damage. At least she's not gonna get attacked anymore. Oh, you just literally killed her. She was fine.
Well, well, but yeah, I do see what you mean, though. I really do need more resources.
Yeah. And that's why sometimes it's gonna be hard, because that means you're gonna have to require sacrificing one of your own characters just to get more resources. You have a lot of green apples.
Well, that's because eventually I'm gonna get to the point where I need five green apples to proceed.
You need 5 green apples?
Yep.
Well, if this battle gets tough, which it probably will, with how both your characters are, honestly, you're probably gonna have to just let both of your characters die and let one live. Honestly, depending on how this battle goes. There's way too many ponies on that one side right now. But we'll see. Because one of your characters is at full health right now. So. Depending on how things go, you might actually have to skip the next battle depending on how many resources you get here. Because if you don't get enough resources to restock your team's health and stamina and all that, you're probably gonna have to actually skip the next battle, probably. And that's probably something that you're probably gonna have to take in consideration because it's gonna be really, really bad if you fight and you lose all of your characters. So depending on what your resources are looking at, you're probably gonna have to skip the next battle just to make ends meet. The thing is, like, if you can get 9 green apples, you should be fine to skip a battle and still have enough apples to, leave the next area. So you need at least 9 green apples. Well, you just missed that green apple. Okay, there we go. You need at least 9 green apples, so that way you can skip the next battle and still have enough to proceed. Because depending on what this next battle is going to be, you might not have a choice but to skip it. Depending on how badly the enemies are. Okay, this is really, really bad. You're going to die. Just keep your character there. Don't move her. Don't move her whatsoever. But this is really bad. Both of your teammates are down. but you need at least 9 green apples. So so that way you can skip a battle and still have enough apples to proceed. The thing is, like, how do you know how many apples that you need in order to proceed to the next level? Where does it show that you need that many green apples to proceed? Is it me, or do some of the characters have the same main styles? The same mane, the same tail, just different colors. Do you see that?
I see kind of what you mean.
Like, they all have the same mane, same tail. They're all just different colors and they're all different races. Except for some of these ones, the ones that aren't like the main three. Look, even this one has the same style.
I wonder though, the ending that I'm getting, do you think this is the bad ending or the neutral ending?
I don't know. I've never seen what the good ending was.
Technically, you can look at the previous video I did if you want to see what I mean.
Are you coming up on an ending right now?
I'm pretty sure I'm close to one.
Is that person an alicorn?
Yep.
So there's only four types of races in this entire game: Earth Pony, Unicorn, Pegasus, and Alicorn. There's literally no other race. Like, is that literally the only four main races in this entire game?
Seems like
Like, there's no other races. Like, there's no bat ponies. There's like, no other types. Just the four main.
seems like it.
Like, I can see why it didn't take this game very long to be made. Like literally less than a year than the original one did. Because I can see that the majority of the characters literally have the exact same base, the same main style, and literally and the same facial expressions and stuff like that. It's just that like they all have different colors and they're all different races.